big long session. We'll probably play. It's 9. It's almost 9:30 for Shelby and I right now, so probably about 4.5 hours, maybe we'll play.
And then you get to go
Because
call the parents.
well, we have to call our parents at midnight, and then we'll just say we're going to bed. But in reality, we're going to go play D&D. The reason
Well,
why I
what do
say
you?
Bro,
Why are
bro,
you like?
wow,
What are you
bro.
talking about?
the reason why I say 4.5 hours is because Shelby needs to keep her sleep schedule,
Facts.
I mean,
and I ain't drinking a ghost.
I already had a
So
Red Bull.
late. It doesn't
That's
matter.
crazy, bro.
Doesn't matter. So we'll probably play for a few hours. We'll get you all settled in the Radiant Citadel. Try to shebang boom, see what's going on around the universe, and
Shebang
then
boom.
you guys will continue on to your next step of the journey.
That's fucking
But
wild, dude.
but for now, if you guys want to listen to YouTube, you guys can. It's already about to. Preston, are you there?
Yeah.
You've been quiet, so I didn't know if you were here or not.
Nah, I'm chilling.
He's been chilling.
I'm being cheating. Although every now and then I take it because she's hiding down.
Angle.
Yeah, people are already shooting off fireworks.
In this crazy ass fucking wind.
Yeah, it's not even midnight yet.
Not even midnight, and it's stupid windy, and it's like most of the country has canceled fireworks because of the fucking wind.
Dumb.
Like, nah, it's like that bad.
Shelby, you ready?
Yeah.
Shelby
Cedric, you
was like
ready?
born ready.
Preston, are you ready?
Never.
Never ready? Perfect. That's what I like.
You you prey on uncertainty.
Uncertainty, unknowingness, so I can blast you guys with knowledge and lore.
Yeah.
So, last we left off, the crew of the Valiant, upon having a odd journey to the northern wastes of the Sword Coast, up to the small, tiny town called Snowdon, where they participated in a friendly Yule event, where every winter, just before the snow heavy falls, they make it a giant festival to appease Sylvanas and to also pray for some sort of mild winter. Upon successfully having that winter festival completed, you all shared in a comfort as the majority of you had.
Oop.
Oops, sorry, I got disconnected. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
You all shared in a comfort that the majority of you had some sort of semblance and connection with each other during the Yule festival, as you met all sorts of different figures and folks. Father Cedric, the holy and silent knight, even some odd characters here and there. Especially, most importantly, Bubbles and his missus and his two kids. But now, as you guys had transported back to the Valiant after the weird displacement surge of Genesis energy brought you back, Q gave you all gifts and sent you on your merry way. As you ordered Tiana to start flying over to the Radiant Citadel, it's going to take at
I didn't tell
the
her to fly to the Radiant Citadel. I told her to fly
to
to
the
where
gem,
we.
to the crystal where it has the portal.
Yes, I told her
It's
to fly
going
to
to
the.
take you several hours. So, in the meantime,
Not in the
what do you
past.
guys do?
You said it's gonna take us 7 or several hours. You said.
Several hours. Several could be
I
between 3 to 6.
um
It all
I
just
for
depends on how Tiana flies.
I forgot what I was doing.
You're making your new babies.
Rigby.
After you
Rigby.
killed the last one. My child. Yeah, my last one. My
Oh.
firstborn child.
Who has answered a very interesting purpose.
And fuck the purpose, I want my kid back.
Work on it. um, I'll go start on my other one, and I'll use my new friend to get it done faster.
Okay. So I would say you go over down to the foraging area. The giant crystalline engine room, the power source, is still floating in midair. No eggshells to be seen. No Vorthecaron to be seen as well. However, you do make your way over to the forge. And with your newfound buddy, your new, I think it's called the Flame Sprite, I believe? Or what did you
Forge
call him?
Keeper. His item name is the Forge Keeper. I named him Rubius.
Rubius.
Yeah.
I would say you take Rubius, and Rubius doesn't speak to you, but you can definitely tell by like its eyes or like where its pupils would be for its eyes, and its mannerisms of the small flame body it has. It looks excited to get to work. Like it's jumping around in the coals, like above the coal substance, and it looks raring. So, what do you build for the next, let's say, 3 to 4 hours?
I get started on building Rigby.
Rigby. All right. Um, how long does it take you to make? Do you know?
I mean, to make a steel defender, it took me 2 long rests. But
Yes,
to
but
make
that
an
is a very
automaton,
small. Yeah.
I don't know, because I've never made one before. This is my first time making one, but since I've already made myself um, a steel defender and did all the modifications, I already have a pretty good idea of what I want to do and how long it'll take me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say we have like what 3 4 hours, is that what you said?
You have about 3, 4, if you're a little bit unlucky.
Um, I'd say it would take me about that time to get a general what's it called?
Heal.
Frame down. Like to actually make his frame.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fair enough.
it should take less if I can roll good enough.
All right, so go ahead and start me out with a foraging.
Alrighty, that is a 14.
14. Okay. Since this is
I
your
don't
first
think I have
time
any other ways to redo that, but
Since this is the first time you start to make a giant project, um, especially jumping from a steel defender all the way till a warforged, you kind of get the framing a little bit off. Like you kind of make it a little bit more stout, more short than you're used to, because you were kind of basing it off of the steel defender. And the steel defender by itself starts off smaller. Um,
hmm.
But I will say that you do have the general idea of where to start after your first 2-ish hours of you crafting this new invention of yours.
I can always just add more height and stuff on him as I go.
Mhm.
So I'm not very worried about it.
All right. As you're taking your time and foraging, you realize that that Rubius, you said, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll write the name down. As you work with Rubius, you notice that the flames from the burning blue hot coal underneath of it starts to rise up as you're like hammering away and you forging and you're warping this material for these frames out in order. That it's definitely a lot quicker than you're used to.
Oh.
So it also kind of slightly messes you up slightly due to the fact that you're not used to working this fast, even with the good wood and the good flame that you have in the forging area. But
Really?
nevertheless, after like 2 to 3 hours, you have a general framing and an idea of where you're going to next. So, as he's doing that, Preston, Fukler, are you doing anything?
Since we got back from our little trip with Q, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. So
Actually, yes, I have an idea. I'm going to read some of my book.
how many hours do you have left?
I have several hours left. Several.
We'll make sure you keep a time frame on that.
I have been keeping a time frame. Where is my character sheet? I literally just accidentally clicked off of it. There it is. Yeah, I have 5 hours on it already, and I need like 80. So like, hop to it. I'm gonna
Fair
hop
enough.
to it.
Alright.
So yeah, no, I'm gonna read the Book of Exalted Deeds for a while.
Got it. So, as you continue on reading, Kai Saya, is there anything you would like to?
Yeah. Chakna and I are gonna work in the forge as well. We're gonna make leg bracers for Finnegan so he can walk without a cane.
Okay.
Old man
All
pride.
right. Interesting. So you go over to Chakna, and what do you say to him as you start this up?
Oh, I probably would have told him telepathically.
Then what do you say?
Finnegan is still struggling and being in a cane. Let's brace her legs so he can walk without a cane.
I have several ideas for bracers for him. We're just gonna need to make them light enough that he can wear underneath his pants. Let's hope that Bayhorn isn't hogging all of the forge for this.
I'm hogging all of the forge.
Bayhorn, during the about like halfway through your forging, you notice that both Kaisai and Chakna walk in. Um, they also share the forge with you. The forge is relatively nicely sized. Two people could probably work on it at the same time, but since Chakna and Kaisai are working on the same project, she usually helps as a supporting role on the back end of the table and sometimes in the forge as well. So Kaisai, as you're helping out him with the bracers, you could either roll a forging check on his behalf, or he can roll double.
He rolls double.
Okay. Pull it out.
Whip it out.
Got it.
Had to do it, man. It was too perfect.
During your forging as well, Kaisai, you do notice the brand new flame coal that is currently sitting in the forge.
Is that your gift from you?
He's working hard.
Oh, okay. So that's good. That's good first. Decent. So, with Chakna's rolls, Chakno rolled a 22 to his forging. So you notice that with you supporting him from the back table, and sometimes when you take over for him when he needs to, um, he gets the first bits of the frame out pretty quickly. Especially thanks to the brand new flame spark that is currently sitting within the forge itself. It takes them about half the time to make the initial outer sets for the bracers. Um, they're still piping hot. They need to cool down, and he sets them inside the water for them to cool over time. You notice he's not even breaking a sweat. He's currently just focused on making these bracers for Finnegan and his stature. Speaking of Finnegan, you do hear the door to the engineering room open up, and you see Finnegan is walking in. Still on his cane, but he's a little bit more upright at this point. It seems like he is starting to get his strength back, but he still has to use at least some sort of walking mechanism to help him. He kind of hobbles over to you guys and he says, "Hey everybody, what type of party we got down here?"
Forging party.
I can see that. Do you need any assistance? A second pair of eyes, or in your case, guess a fourth pair?
We're good. But Bayhorn might.
Behorn, do you need any assistance with whatever you
Finnegan,
got going on here?
come hither. I could use your magic.
Sure. You hear them. You see him hobble over to you, and he kind of like cocks his head as he's looking at your invention that you're making. You're making another steel defender.
No,
Then
this
what type of
one will
frame?
this one will be better.
You're making a full-fledged forge, like a full-fledged
Yes.
warforge. He kind of like you see his face kind of go in like a almost in a very nervous looking face, and he kind of like cocks his head and looks at it, insinuating his eye like poking over at the frame. Good luck. I really wish you on that. Typically, first timers don't really make a warforge on their first try. It takes a long process, especially from what my professors told me at school.
You know, I've always been really lucky. I'm gonna abuse the shit out of that today.
Make sure you don't drain all your luck. We've still got Radiant Citadel to go into, and wherever else we might be going after that.
Oh, the Radiant Citadel is just a simple kill mission. That'll be fine.
Kill mission. You got an assassination up there?
Yeah.
Well, please don't make any trouble because it's the first time I'm going. I would like to at least see some of the shops and stuff there.
I don't know you if I get caught.
We don't know you.
The captain is the only one that knows me.
No.
Nope.
By the way,
Isolde is probably the only one that actually knows you.
by the way, Glenn is starting to rouse a bit. Do you want to go see her, or do you want to continue with this?
She seems really disoriented. I'm gonna give her some time to figure out what the fuck she's doing.
Fair enough. And you see him click his badge, and he says, "Isolde, or at least Isolde number 2, if you can hear this. Keep Glenn in check. Just make sure she doesn't do anything strenuous."
Wait, there's two Isoldes?
Yeah, it's an Alacrum.
When the fuck did we get a simulacrum of Isolde?
You.
Remember when Q
Oh.
left a simulacrum of her to take care of Glenn while we were away?
Does that mean I have to worry about two versions of Isolde beating the shit out of me?
Possibly.
God damn it. Q.
Or other things.
Just don't do anything to make her mad.
Everything I do makes her mad.
It's like asking him not to breathe.
I can try.
Don't do that. Cedric, if you pass out, I'm not coming to save your ass. Somebody start a timer.
I'm already waiting. I'm looking at my clock.
That's fucking wild.
Dumbass. I was gonna stopwatch stopwatch
What a
you.
loser.
Fuck you. No, I can't hold my breath for that long.
I just turned on Google stopwatch, dude. You dumbass
Google
motherfucker.
stopwatch. Yeah, I just wasted your time. Get fucked.
You did, bastard.
How do you feel about that?
At this point in time, you see Finnegan just starts to help you out. He doesn't have any magic like Kaisai does, like guidance or chrono shift, but he helps you out
Has
nonetheless.
silvery barbs.
He does.
That's what I needed him for.
However, it seems like he's a little bit too late. At this point in time, it's been just about 4 hours as you guys have been sitting in the forge. Finnegan helping you out, Kaisai helping out, Chakna. I would say you get maybe 10% done with your Warforge framing. It's
How's
gonna
it
take
look?
a long time. It looks
Does it
shorter
look
than normal.
acceptable?
It looks fine as far as you can tell. And even Chakna kind of goes up in there. He's like, "That's a very good try, at least for your first attempt." When Kayasai and I made Kintsugi, it took us how many months? Several, I believe.
Several long
Several months.
months.
So for you getting at least a frame like this for your first few hours, not too bad. Still got a lot of work to do.
I'm finishing him by the end of the week.
Oh, good luck.
You see Chakna kind of give you
I've
a
been
look.
known for good luck. It's fine.
What's your Vehor? What's your passive insight?
17.
17. You're looking at Chakna. He's giving you kind of a look of like a father looking at his young son when his son says he's gonna do something, and he knows that the father knows that it's not gonna happen.
Alright, so what are the odds that I can make it happen then?
Very very low. I'm talking astronomically low, possibly
I'm
as
gonna
low
make
as
it
a
happen.
capybara.
I'm making it happen.
In any case, at this point,
You can't stop me.
you all hear a beeping coming through your comm badges, and you hear Tiana out of everybody. First, you hear a giant slurp of something. You don't know if it's coffee or tea, and she says, "Everyone,
Tea.
we have made it over the cornfields and the rolling hills of the plains of the capital city, or not the capital city. Where are we at? I don't know.
The Radiant Citadel?
No, we're not there yet.
We're
We're
over
not
the
there yet?
plains, back where I was
Bafford?
told to go. This
Back where we initially came in. All those months ago.
Yes.
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 Sure.
Should I make a landing now, or should we wait around a bit and rest for a minute?
Ahorn, are you ready?
I could keep going or I could stop. I don't care.
No. Are you ready for your personal mission?
What is my personal mission? Is it a
Your
murder mission?
possibly.
Oh, that's a mission between me and Kukler.
Yeah, are you two ready for your mission?
I don't know. Ask Kukler.
Kukler?
Homie ain't there. He's reading in his room. What
I
you
tap my
trying to do?
bed. I tap my bed. Kukler,
What's up?
are you ready for your Radiant Citadel mission?
What's the Radiant Citadel mission again?
See, that's what I asked.
A certain shopkeeper?
I'm not gonna murder him in cold blood. Sure, he's not going to any type of heaven, but I'm not gonna kill him.
Coward.
Either way, would you two like to go exact your revenge now or later?
Seeing as I have distort value and friends as spells, I would like to fuck this motherfucker's mental state over. Yes, ruin his life. Buy everything at exorbitantly low price.
I feel like this evil laugh is echoing through the whole forge from the comment.
through the combat, you also hear several murrs and growls because at this point in time, as Fukler's in his room, you see a bunch of Fukler, you see a bunch of small, round, land sharks just rolling around, playing with each other.
Also, I think Bubbles and his family has made habitat in my quarters.
Have fun raising more mouths. That's on your.
No,
That's
I
in your
was gonna
paycheck.
request more blankets so I could like put them on the floor so they could all sleep together, the little guys, because I don't want to get crushed every time I go to sleep.
You know it's gonna happen. Why do you try and resist it?
This is also true.
Just let it happen, man. It's okay. You have a one up.
When do we get to the Radiant Citadel?
Probably in the next 10 minutes. Tiana, land
The
the
next
ship.
10 minutes.
The next now, essentially.
Aye, Captain.
We're
You hear
going
the,
back, guys. We
You
can
hear
actually.
and feel the
We're
ship start to
going on
like
a trip in our
de-elevate as it's
favorite
like starting
rocket
to
ship.
descend down onto the open plains fields, about like a minute walk away from the main road, as she needs enough room and berth to actually like land. And eventually, after a few, like about a moment or two, you hear the landing gears come out, and you feel touchdown of ground. Now that you feel a little bit more grounded, uh, even with like the inertial dampeners on. So you've landed.
Good, good.
Neat.
Now I will go murder that man.
Let's not immediately murder him.
What?
Look, I would say murder him on the way out if you have to murder him. I'm not even
Agreed.
justifying you murdering him, but like if you just have to, if it's going to get under your skin to where we can't do anything else, do it on the way out.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Go steal from
Yeah.
him first. Mess with him.
Yeah,
Mess
let's
with his
scout him
mind.
out first. See what he
I
has. See what's changed. It's been several months.
agree.
Well, I know one thing that hasn't changed from him
Your mother.
is greed. Fuck off. Don't make fun of my mom.
Anyway,
How's your mom doing?
My mom? I haven't checked in on him. I'm too scared to.
You're a bad son.
Call me what you want. At least I
Called
can
you what I
visit my
want.
parents if I really wanted to.
I mean, I still
Yeah,
can
that's right.
too. It's just apparently Q just said it wasn't a good idea to.
Exactly, bitch.
okay, you
Wah,
do.
wah, wah, wah.
I don't think your inciting is very good.
My inciting? What do you? You're using that word, and I don't think it means what you think it means.
Inciting conflict.
He's
Oh well.
technically using the word correctly. And let's all
Indeed.
meet outside the ship. So I can bottle the said ship and we can go through the portal. I will go get Glenn.
My fine.
As you issue the command, Captain, to have everybody collect their things and get ready to disembark the Valiant, you make your way down into the infirmary room. As soon as it opens, you see that in one of the many infirmary beds is Glenn, currently sleeping. Her glasses are currently off, and she's bundled up with all sorts of blankets, and you see that she has different liquids, water, health potion on the side, and some other herbal medicines that are possibly left there for any sort of treatment to help her ease back into a non-catatonic state. And you see on the other side, sitting at the desk, currently writing things down in a notebook, is at the very least, you think it's a simulacrum of Isolde. She kind of looks up and looks at you. Hey, Cap. How's it going?
Can I tell this
Um,
is the real wife?
did you come with
Oh,
me?
Yes.
do you want to use your passive or your real insight?
I'll just use my passive unless I have to roll or do one or the other.
Make a roll.
Yeah. Alrighty, we're using my passive.
You think this is the real one?
Mhm.
It's not the real one, is it?
You don't know that.
Anyway, we're disembarking the ship and going to the Radiant City through a portal.
All right. Should we be moving our patient in that way?
Well, I came to
Does the patient
see.
want to come with us?
Yes, I wanted to see if the patient wanted to come with.
Well, where are we gonna drop her off? Just barely got out of comatose.
That's true. That's true.
At this point, we're kind of tasked to take care of her. So, what should we do?
They asked. And I will go over to Glenn's bed. Is she sleeping?
She is softly sleeping. You can tell that she's not a heavy snorer, but you can tell that she.
I will try to gently wake her. Like a mom waking a kid up for school.
Okay.
No, we gotta be rougher than fuckers. Wake the fuck up! Anyway,
Roll me. You don't have to roll me. As you currently softly shake her, she kind of rouses a little bit. You see her eyes kind of like close, pinched a little bit tighter as she's like trying to rouse herself from her sleep. And eventually she kind of gets up a little bit and she says, um, oh, it's you two. Hi.
Hello. How are you feeling?
Groggy as all hell. Feels like a party at one of the houses. My head's banging so hard. What, what do you have for me? I assume you need something since you woke me up.
Well, we're going to the Radiant Citadel.
you gonna help?
And yeah, A, do you wish to come with to the Radiant Citadel? And B, we are traveling via portal, so we'll have to walk. Not too far.
Okay. Been to the Radiant Citadel at least once, so I know how to traverse it at least. But when are we going? Right now?
Right now.
All right. Let's let me get my things. And she kind of like sits up a little bit.
Oh, you can leave your thing. We'll be back on the ship shortly.
Oh, are we?
Hmm.
All right. Um, well, let me at least put on my traveler's clothes. You see that she's currently looking around for her satchel or her bag, because all she's wearing right now is like infirmary robes. Did you happen to collect any sort of backpack or satchel when you found me?
Here you go. Ahorn will just hold out the bag that he's kept on with the spell book and most of the stuff in there at least. He didn't really take anything out of it.
Thank you, Horn. And she grabs it, and you feel like she's a little bit hesitant, especially because she's in a very brand new environment. But she grabs it. Um, she looks down at the satchel, and you see she waves her fingers in like a weird, almost like puppeteer-like motion, as she is like bringing up and down her fingers over her bag, and you see the satchel start to float in midair. And with one hand, as she's doing the puppeteering motion, the other hand, um, you see with her index finger, she kind of traces along the air, kind of like how um, a leader of an orchestra would orchestrate their band as she starts to wave her finger up and down in the puppeteering motions on her left hand. You see that the satchel grows 2 times in size, and you see that the bottom pouch gets noticeably bigger. And it lands down at her feet. She reaches within, and she grabs a nicely folded new set of clothing, which was not in there before when you first searched it.
Damn, they gave some fancy shit in Strixhaven.
It's that too, and it's more of an extending type of magic. Enchantment. It reacts to my magic whenever I allow it to. It's hard for anybody else to replicate it, to even get through it, unless themselves are good magicians or wizards or witches. You see her kind of put the bag to the side, and she slowly steps off the edging of the bed. Can I have a little bit of privacy? Is there a room I can change into?
Oh, let me show everyone something cool. And I'll gesture for everyone to step away from the bed. And once everyone's back, I'll hit the panel of Crystalline slab under the head of the bed. It's just like a small little square, and a shield will pop up, and it's kind of like a wall of color. And it covers her area. Like a privacy screen.
Beyond the privacy screen, you hear Glenn go, "Oh, that's very helpful." And you hear the fluttering and the shifting of clothes as she starts to change, and it takes her a few minutes to change out because of her new weakened body. But eventually, she does finish, and she says, "All right, I'm at the very least uh, good to go."
I'll then reach over and turn it off.
The panel drops, and she's able to be seen. She wears a very um, sporty-looking traveler's gear. She has a small poncho that kind of like covers the majority of her shoulders, but still leaves her arms mainly free. Um, her shirt is nicely and neatly tucked in. She has a symbol of her school on her leather armor in front. You see that the leather armor is very nicely clean and decorated. It's either got to be magical or it's very well costumed. Um, her pants are nice, clean, reinforced as well with some leather armor bits, light enough for a wizard to move around in. And her boots are also nice and hardy as well. She does wear a little bit of jewelry. She has a necklace that looks like a heart. She also has a ring on her left pinky, and she is also wearing some sort of bangle on her right. All right, I'm good to go for adventure at least, or at least not adventure. Maybe just walk.
Perfect. Follow me. I will lead her to the side door.
Okay. As you lead her over to the door, as she passes you, Bayhorn, Glenn just kind of leans into you very lightly, not fully into you, and she whispers near your ear, "Thanks." And then she continues on.
Sure.
Isolde kind of looks at you. She kind of like raises an eyebrow.
She will be looking at a very, very, very confused Bayhorn.
Her eyebrows still raise at you as her eyes look you up and down.
Bayhorn just shrugs. I don't know, man.
You see Isolde kind of give you like a small huff, and she walks ahead of you a little bit.
Man. Whammon.
At this point in time, I would say that the majority of you have reconvened. You see Finnegan is talking with Tiana as Tiana's currently finishing up her drink in her mug. You don't know if it's coffee or tea. You see the other Isolde is also sitting at her station over on the bridge. Fukler, have you made your way over to the bridge yet or no?
Oh no, we're
I
going
was
off the
walking.
ship. I don't know why we're going on the bridge.
Oh, I thought you were meeting each other at the bridge before you get
No,
off.
I said meet outside the ship.
Okay, then I would say this happens outside. So as you all
I'm
reconvene outside. Oh yes, go ahead.
I'm making my way out there. Yeah,
Making my
Fukler
way
is.
out.
Walking friend.
Mhm.
All right, let's continue. As you all step outside, Finnegan kind of goes and looks over you, Fukler. Where's Bubbles and the other ones?
They like to do their own thing usually.
Well,
At least Bubbles does.
I know at the very least you can still be on the ship while it's shrunk down, so I don't think they'll have any harm come to them.
I agree.
But as you guys are currently sitting outside, in the plains of the human kingdom, all of you roll me a quick perception check.
Perception?
Perception.
Perception. Oof.
Did 19. I don't have a plus 11 like Bayhorn does to perception. Excuse me, I only have the plus 2.
Okay.
Seeing as I only have one real eye.
So those of you with a perception of 15 or
Big
higher,
L.
as you guys are standing outside waiting for Kaisai to finish off the bottling of the ship, Bayhorn, Fukler, and even Chagna sees this as well. You all notice that there is a new sign that is going to the west. That sign has not been there before.
What does it read?
As you're waiting for Kaisai to finish off her thing, you take a quick walk over there. It only takes you like 30 seconds to walk over there since you're a minute away from the main road. It says, Hamlet ahead. Burn down for safety. Do not enter ahead.
Uh-oh.
Hamlet ahead?
I think it's the place we went to figure out what happened to those people. Like our very first quest and our only quest.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go over there.
No.
Why?
There is a sign stating stay back for your safety.
I mean,
Sign's
Cedric.
fine. We've investigated first.
Cedric. No, don't let her tell you what to do. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Live.
I'm captain.
You make a compelling point here.
But Bayhorn is a slippery little snake. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Slippery little snake.
He could roll a stealth right now in the
Oh,
broad
there he goes.
Well,
it's
Off
in
into the
broad
distance.
in broad daylight. He could just disappear, and none of you guys even would question where
The
he was.
32. Roll perception.
The fucking peace sign, dude.
Did you want to stealth away, Baylor?
I'm going to stealth, but not away.
Have you
I
read
will
the
also
sign yet?
say,
I
out loud to everyone, considering we are much closer to the portal than the hamlet. The hamlet is over a day's walk.
It is.
Half a day's walk for me.
All right,
But that's
Bayhorn's
still
back.
a lot of time. I have bottled the ship. We are going through the portal.
But if I find a random horse and convince it to get me a ride? Adrian, what happens then?
The hamlet burned down? You mean the little tiny place we went
Mm-hmm.
to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the alchemist that was like making goop juice from the bad
Wait, did
juice.
the fucking kingdom burn the hamlet down?
That's
Does
what
it
you
look like an
like it.
official sign?
Does it have like filigree and stuff on it? Does it
I
like
mean,
have
it has
a royal
has-
decree stamp on it?
it has common writing, but you don't see a royal degree or a stampage on it.
So what? The hamlet just burnt to the ground?
You're not too sure.
I want to go investigate it too.
You want to go do that later then? We can go buy our shit and then we can go. That way
I
the
Well,
Adrian doesn't
I'm
get
gonna-
mad.
No, it's technically it's a now or never. I
Are
will
we gonna?
I will
Are we
very
gonna come back
reluctantly
here?
no, we're not. Probably not for a long time.
Exactly.
Hence why I am reluctantly unbottling the ship.
I want to go see the hamlet.
20
And
minute
low
adventure
key
in
want
and
to go
out.
see that giant hole in the ground.
Oh my god, I forgot about the hole in the ground.
Yeah, no, the dark hole that sucks the life out of anybody who
Yeah,
goes into it.
yeah, I
Yeah, no,
forgot about
yeah,
that hole in
yeah,
the ground.
yeah.
Oh no
there's
no
a
no
couple-
no no no.
Couple loose ends.
We're not.
Yeah.
We're going to avoid that hole, but we'll go to the hamlet.
Well, the hole is next to the hamlet.
The hole
Well,
is
we're gonna go to
No,
the hamlet,
no,
and then we're gonna
the
go back to the
hole-
portal.
the hole is
in
close to
Ace-
Stonehaven.
Stonehaven.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Stonehaven. not
which
the
is
hamlet.
like a couple minutes away from the hamlet by ship.
But either way, no. No.
Boring.
I'll play rock paper scissors.
No.
Both of you, cameras on right now. Rock paper scissors.
Let me get a shirt. Let me get a shirt.
That's the most base thing I've ever heard ever.
Use
cameras
your
on. Rock paper scissors.
I want to
That's
see
good
this.
enough. It's a white shirt. One moment. One moment. My room is messy as hell too. I'm doing this out of dedication and wanting to do this. So, there we go.
Tell me, where did you find these tahine peanuts and pork nuts?
the shopette where I bought the drinks.
Got it.
Shirt on.
Why?
I'm glad they have them there because I was afraid it was only gonna be at the Mildenhall gas station.
No. The shopette's basically like the internals of the gas station, but with alcohol.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. And it's crazy because I go to Mildenhall to buy alcohol. I have to pull out my ration card. But if I buy alcohol at Lake and Heath at the shopette, I don't need my ration card.
Why? Really?
I don't know. They still have yet to ask me for my ration card. I still have an unmarked ration card.
That's
Stock
funny
up
as
then.
fuck.
Based as hell.
Based as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, are we actually doing this?
It's up to you guys. Shelby,
Yes,
do you
do
want
it.
to
I want to watch.
Alright.
I want to watch so hard.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. So.
The camera's on. He's waiting. He's waiting.
He's waiting.
The
Shelby,
way
he's waiting.
Dude, the way he's sitting and staring is so great.
Shelby, he's waiting for your answer.
8. My camera even fucking work is the question.
Possibly.
He's practicing. He's practicing. He's getting his
Who's
reps in.
practicing?
The delay is gonna be so odd, by the way.
I don't
Reps
even know
in,
if my
get them reps in.
camera's working.
Like, it's so weird. Oh, is that a 3DS? Hell
Tomodachi
yeah.
life.
Hell yeah. I saw a 3DS at a game store earlier this week, and I kind of want him to
It's
live.
him.
Oh my god,
It's
you
him.
can
To
flag.
live, laugh, love.
You need to put
Yeah.
it on the back wall next to
Oh
SpongeBob.
yeah.
Mhm.
Ah, I have to
Oh,
turn on my
God.
light. I got my
Shit.
camera to work, but I need my light.
You want me to turn on your light so you can see?
I already got it.
My Disney World butterbeer mug.
Nah, the Harry Potter butterbeer is way better.
No, it's the higher. Excuse me, it's the Universal Studios Harry Potter
Mhm.
butterbeer mug. Yep,
Oh,
not
there's shit
Disney
on my
World. I
camera.
went to Disney World at the same time as Universal.
There's Shelby.
Go.
Let's go.
Why is it all fucked up?
I don't know. Anyways, we can
Does it,
still
like,
see you
glare?
from It's a glare. Just do
Oh.
questions like that. It's fine.
Okay.
Alright. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, 2 out
Damn.
of 3.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
2 and 3.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, okay,
Rock.
okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn, you guys gotta stop tying, guys. Come on.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Alright,
Fuck. Alright.
Yay.
that's it.
Yeah.
No, I wanna
Captain won.
go.
Nah,
I
Captain.
wanna go.
Wait,
Ah.
wait.
At
Isn't
ease,
Bubbles
Captain.
a fine steed summon?
He's not a flying steed. I wish he was.
But he's a fine
though.
steed, right?
He is a steed, yes. He
Dude,
is a
just
steed
make him
summon.
big and go on your own.
I mean,
I think we forget that you can do that because you never do it.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
keep
do
forgetting.
it.
You could ride.
You can just ride Bubbles to the hole.
Yeah, no, we have an entire configuration for Bubbles. I forget about that, yeah.
Yeah, you never use him because he's always just a little pet.
Look,
Yeah.
as this is me as Captain compromising, we'll go to the burnt down hamlet so you two can look around. From there, we will go back and go through the portal and go to the Citadel.
Wait, no, hold on. I want to look at the hole.
It is a death hole.
Uh-huh.
Hey, he's a death
We
paladin,
stay-
so what?
Exactly.
We stay away from death holes until a certain someone is fixed.
Ooh,
Husband!
he's fine.
This is...
He is missing his soul.
You're fine, right, Chocolate?
Alright, I am going to write down, Fukler is going to write down this place because he has a certain cube that would let him come back
There
really soon.
You
if
go.
he really
You
wanted
have a
to.
cube. You can
completely
always
forgot about
pop
that thing.
back, and you can pop in and back when we
Yep.
got time. Because we're also supposed to be saving the universe.
You know what? The
Yeah.
universe can wait a few days.
No, 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 no.
How are we, we, supposed to save the all that? And
I better get a
Fukler
fucking
stands up
raise.
to the sky.
Well,
I'm still
I'm
not clear what we're even supposed to be doing. Nobody's really told us. Everybody just says we have responsibilities, and I don't know what they are.
I know what they are.
Whenever we figure out what we have to do, I want to
I know what we have to do.
What do we have to do?
We are gonna go through the astral sea to other planets and try and find powerful allies to assist us in the battle that will be
I
coming.
found you a man-made god. Does that mean I get a break? Can I get some days off?
Okay, sorry.
We're all gonna have some days off soon.
I don't mean dying. I already did that
No.
sometimes.
We will all have a lot of
You better, like,
downtime about to
hate
come
me.
up.
We have no idea what we actually need to do, but Kaisaya says we need to make allies.
Yes, which means you,
Why don't we
Mr.
go ask
Paladin,
gods for help then?
They're not gonna listen to us.
like they'll even help.
If they don't have realms to preside over, then what good are
Dude.
they?
Most of them do.
Well, it sounds like whatever's happening is threatening to eat all of the realms indiscriminately. I feel like it's in the gods' best interest to help us.
I have no
Don't
idea
you think?
where we're supposed to go. I'm gonna be completely honest.
I
If
have a
there's something
couple.
we're supposed to do before we try to beat up the architect, I don't know what it is or how I would find out about it. You know what I mean? Like, we have been given very little info on this, and I'm
Exactly.
surprised we didn't ask the
Fukler.
queen. No.
No,
As you
the
said-
queen and I
As you
spoke.
said the name the architect out loud, immediately you see at the corner of your vision, Glenn starts to clench her eye.
Okay, we won't say the A word anymore.
Exactly. Here,
Oops.
I pull the ship
Oops.
out. I pull the ship out. Everyone back on board. We'll go to the burnt down hamlet.
It's not not a hovlet, it's a
Okay.
Hamlet. We'll go to the
Hold
burnt down
on.
Hamlet. I apologize.
One moment. Is this spell hard for to change the number of creatures and everything?
I know it. I know. I don't think we need to go to the Hamlet. I have an idea of what happened.
I need to go to the Hamlet. I want to go to the Hamlet. Me.
I just realized. I think I know what happened to it.
Alright, what happened to it?
Or he.
What about him?
We were at the Hamlet for a good while, and it was the first place we arrived to. Basically, after hitting the planet, the Hamlet most likely got burnt down, like, or Finnegan's. And I would take a guess that everywhere we've been outside of main cities has been attacked.
Is
I'm waiting for the
Glenn
sheep
still
from
kind of
Adrian.
going cuckoo crazy nuts?
I'm sorry,
Or
what
is
did you say?
she calm down? Is Glenn kind of still
Oh.
going cuckoo crazy nuts? Or
She's just clutching her head a little bit, like in like how somebody has like a very like somebody had like a pained headache or like a focal point, but she's starting to like recover from.
okay, so I don't need to do anything for it yet. Alright.
For now, let it pass for her. But yeah, we don't need to go to. We know what happened. There is going to be nothing left.
I was gonna cast calm emotions on her.
Sure.
But if she's stabilizing,
Mm-hmm.
air quotes, then she should be okay.
Yeah, I don't unbottle the ship then.
Okay.
No, I want to go Hamlet. Let's go.
We
What?
know what happened now.
And
It's literally burnt to the ground. There is most likely literally nothing left. It is the Orkey. They are the powerful military of Strixhaven. They left nothing untouched.
I think the dead bodies need to be buried. Don't you?
I don't think they even left dead bodies.
Well, we can go check now, can't we?
Here's the thing. After seeing what we fought, I don't think they left dead bodies as they're being repurposed.
Ugh, you're gross. I want to check though.
Anyone else would like to check?
Where's Bayhorn?
Ooh.
Yeah, Bayhorn, what are you
goes
doing?
right behind him.
Ah! You wanna go?
Sure. I guess.
See?
I don't know. I'm just kind of going with the flow.
Guy Zaya doesn't want to go. I do.
Yeah, no, I've been hearing the whole conversation. I've been standing here the whole time.
Then again, you okay going?
Finnegan wants to go sit down.
I mean, if it's been burned down, there's probably nothing there for us to even research or look for. We could go just to, I don't know, curiosity's sake, but I don't think there's anything worth finding there anymore.
Solder?
Solde kind of looks at everybody, and there's also the other Isolde also doing the same thing. They both say it in unison. No, I think we should go to Radiant Citadel.
Kiana?
Does it got food?
Yes, the Radiant Citadel has a lot of food.
Does the Hamlet have food?
Most likely not, considering it's been burnt down.
Did have food, past tense.
It was pretty good food, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty good food.
Well,
We also got a Hero's Feast there, but
No, that was within the forest outside of the Hamlet.
yeah.
I I vote going to the Radiant Citadel.
You know,
You just
fucking
want food.
fiddlesticks. Alright, hold on. You guys can go through the portal in the Radiant Citadel. Me and Bayhorn, we can go check it out. And then once we do, we have the Cubic Gate to go to the Radiant Citadel.
Is it set to go to the Radiant Citadel?
You can use, what's it called? It has 2 spells in it. One of them is Plane Shift, and you can use it to go to a different plane of existence and specify a destination. Another one is Gate. You can use that to go to another location as well.
And are you 100% certain you get to the Radiant Citadel via that?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Am I, God, 100% certain that this giggling Fookler here can use the cube to get to the Radiant Citadel on his own?
Roll me an Arcana check. Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Nat fucking 20.
Nat 20. So, you've heard of a cubic gate before. It is extremely rare, extremely powerful, and extremely valuable piece of equipment. Most collectors wouldn't even sell their own cubic gate due to how valuable it could potentially be in the far future, because so few are made. You do know that with the cubic gate, whoever owns it can set the different planes of existence on each side of the cube. So there's 6 sides, 6 different planes of existences. There is no way that they can exactly teleport to somewhere that is not keyed into the cube.
So Fookler, have you keyed in the Radiant Citadel on one of the cubic sides?
Shit, no, you're right.
He also doesn't know which planes go where because Felinor didn't tell him.
The old
So-
bastard. He said, "Have this present, young one. I won't tell you what it does, but have it anyway."
Here you go, young lad. Have this great, all-knowing adventuring gear that'll send you to 6 different planes of existence.
I
won't
don't
tell you
know where
they're-
it'll take you.
I don't know where to go.
But it'll definitely take you somewhere.
You definitely planned that, didn't you?
Glad you
Dude,
found out.
Motherfucker's laughing like a Scooby-Doo villain over here.
I'm glad you figured it out. It's good because currently, since Frukler himself hasn't set any of the sides since he's gotten it from Felinor, he's recently taken it back on his person because he wants to keep it as an emergency piece of gear, but he has not set any of the sides since Felinor has given it to him. Therefore, he has no idea where it would take him.
Why don't you look at it, see if you can arcana it?
Oh my god. Just for the sake of him arguing with Kaiasai, he's gonna try and go ahead and take a little look at it.
Okay. So you take this this cubic gate.
This is pretty funny.
And you see that on each sides of this item, you see that there's 6 red circles, and they all have different symbol depiction. Go ahead and roll me either a history or a arcana check.
History or Arcana?
Yes, history or arcana.
So that's a 28 to Arcana.
Ooh, 28. Okay, that's just a lot easier then. During your time in Strixhaven, and especially more time now that you've learned a bit more knowledge about the different planes of existence, the 6 different symbols that you see, one of them has a dot in the middle, with 1, 2, and 3 semicircle lines going above the circle, above the dot. Oh, hold on a second, guys. My mother is calling me.
Huh.
Good lord. I like how she's calling now. She probably got the time zone wrong. I'm gonna hop in there.
So are we gonna try and bullshit our way into exploring that area, Preston?
Hmm?
Are we gonna try and bullshit our way into exploring the hamlet and the hole?
Mm-hmm.
But all right. Well, I'm with you on it. I don't know why we're doing this, but I'm with you on it. We just doing this just because?
Maybe.
Yeah, good enough for me. You ready to be in the midst of the new generation?
No.
You know, any baby you see now, starting from like next monthish, you're just gonna have to automatically assume that they're the betas.
Generation Beta or something.
Yeah. How does it feel knowing you're so old that you've got... How many generations has it been now? Is it two?
At least 2, yeah.
2 generations? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel? You feel creaky yet? Can't believe you actually rock paper scissors Shelby for it though. That was so fucking funny. taking a while, huh?
Yeah, no, they're probably calling for New Year's.
Yeah. Sheeb.
Sheeb? He's BB.
Sheeb.
He's BB.
What
No
a good
girl. No baby.
What a good
Oh my
girl.
goodness.
Oh my
America.
goodness.
Click something. What did you click?
She has so much neck.
Very regal neck.
Look at all that neck. Is giraffe. It's very long. Very C. Very tall. Is yes. Look at her. He's BB. She is very attentive for a dog her age.
Gonna
She's
be
just zoning the fuck
12.
out right now.
What'd you say, Cedric?
Said, or she's just zoning the fuck out right now.
Or
I
that.
don't think she's zoning the heck out. She's just looking around and like staring at stuff. She's absorbing things with her old little brain. She's thinking, using all them brain cells.
You are falling in my arms.
Very good. Very good.
Hitachi baby.
That is a very calm sheep.
Very calm baby. He's thinking about next food.
For sure.
Oh no, she asks for food, and whenever she asks, we feed her.
Damn.
He's spoiled little baby.
That spoiled little shit.
She knows how to
She's
ask,
like, yeah.
and she
yeah,
asks for
I
food
get
when she's
free
hungry.
food. What do you got?
Some
What do you
days
get? I
she
get free
asks for
walks,
food once.
food, and sleep whenever I want. What do you get?
You don't get nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Hearing Adrian talk, so she's like, I want dad.
So does that mean you're holding the sheep hostage?
In a way.
Or could you?
But it's also uber windy outside.
Is the sheep scared? Dang.
This
Poor
is her
sheep.
scared. She's shaking.
Oh, I can't even see that.
Why is she scared? All the windiness?
Fireworks.
Windiness, fireworks.
Yeah, Libby does that. Except she likes to go try and eat the fireworks. The little idiot.
That's funny.
He has a new favorite thing though.
Hmm.
He likes to be tucked in.
Tucked in.
Mhm.
Damn, spoiled.
Spoiled little bastard.
Little fucking
Right,
bastard.
I am back.
Spoiled
Sorry
bastard.
about that. Sorry about that long wait, people.
No, we were talking about how spoiled your dog is.
Oh yeah, she's spoiled. I know she is.
Very spoiled. She likes to be tucked in now, bro.
Mhm.
Anyways, are you guys ready
Crazy.
for continuing D&D?
Where we potentially die here? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So back where we left off with Fukler, looking at these symbols. So Fukler, the first symbol you saw was the symbol where the dot and the three semicircles above it. With your incredibly high roll of a 17 plus 11 to 28, you immediately clock that symbol as Elysium.
Elysium. Okay.
The next symbol that you see, as you turn over to one of the other side, it looks kind of odd. It has like a triangle on the outer layer with two other lines that kind of connect almost in a triangle, but they're leaving out the bottom part of the triangle itself. So it's like there's the big triangle, and then there's the middle triangle with nothing at the bottom, and there's this even smaller triangle with nothing at the bottom as well. That one, with your high roll, you can clock as Gehenna.
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 Gotcha.
There's
It's like
Elysium and there's
sneezing.
Gehenna. There is one that is a dot that looks like there's a sun around that dot, a circle with all these lines pointing outwards. That
Okay.
one is Mechanus.
So what was it again? A circle with a dot?
A circle with the dot in the middle, and on the circle's lines is other lines pointing outwards, like a sun, like somebody drew like a sun,
Like a child drew a sun.
like a child drew a sun.
And Elysium was 3 dots with an arch above them?
The one dot and the 3 arch lines above it. You have another one where it looks like an infinity symbol in the middle with an arrow pointing straight down. That one you easily know and clock it as the abyss.
Okay. And there should be 2 more.
On one of the sides, it's completely blank. But
So
on
it
the
hasn't
other
been
side,
inscripted.
that one has not been inscripted. The last one that you see is, it looks like a let's see. It's a square in the middle with a cross drawn on the top of it and an upside down cross drawn at the bottom of the square.
Okay.
And that one is called Acheron.
Acheron. And one side's blank. So what are these symbols written with? Like what material are they written with?
The material is not chalk. It looks like it's burned inside the red circle by some weird material that you do not.
I was gonna say, if it was chalk, then I could just rub one of the sides off and reuse it for different things.
Yeah. But it's not chalk.
So I might need to bring this to somebody. If Felinor was still here, he would explain to me how to change the sides and stuff. But the old bastard decided to leave it at last second.
You hear a small
You know,
faint laugh of an old man in the distance.
with my nat 20 for a 34 that I had done on the arcane gate, do I know how to set a plate?
Damn, the 1-up is crazy.
Damn.
Flaunting that shit too.
Yeah.
So, the different planes of existence on the gate have to be written in their scripture for their symbol. So one, you have to find out the plane of existence's symbol. Second, you have heard that the way to inscribe a symbol onto it, you have to take a material that is native to the plane and write its symbol on one of the sides.
Sounds like a lot of work.
So you have to take it to the plane and then write the symbol on the side?
Yes.
So,
how do you
okay.
undo? Or can you undo?
Kaisai does not do that, and you don't know that either.
Fuck. Okay. Good news, everyone. Okay. Well, it looks like I don't have actually any sides on here that would take me to the Radiant Citadel.
Yeah.
We can walk.
But there's more than one function of we can. You know what, Baynor?
That's gonna take a day there and then a day back. That's 2 days. I'm not going to pay for 2 whole days. Well, it's technically like a day and a half of not lodging, of docking fees.
Man, sounds like we should just take the ship to go over there and go back then.
Goddamn.
However, it seems only the two of you wish to go when we all know the outcome of what will happen when we go over there. And I am the winner of Boulder Parchment Shears.
He is the winner.
Parchment shears.
How about this? How long would it take, knowing the distance and knowing my ship? How long would it take for us to get to the hamlet?
Oh, to the hamlet from here? Maybe 10 minutes at most.
How about, including travel time, I give you an hour? We'll go to the hamlet. You can do your thing. Look around at burnt ground that will show and reveal nothing. And then we go to the Citadel. Will that suffice you boys?
As long as we're going to the Hamlet, I want to see it.
Okay, I will, rolling my eyes, pop the ship back out and gesture for everyone to board the ship.
Right. So decisions. If we want to come back here, no. Do we want to come back here, or do we want to come back to the Radiant Citadel?
I don't know.
Well,
As a panic button.
as a panic button?
This is going to be the last time we're here for a while. So if we really want to get out of a bind and, have an emergency, panic button.
Well, considering after the Radiant Citadel where we're going and what side of the Astral Sea we'll be on, here would probably be the best panic button.
Wait, I have a genius idea. Adrian,
Yes. Yes.
I have an idea. So,
Yes.
so hear me out. If Fukler took the cubic gate into Vorthecaron's egg, would that mean if he used the cubic gate to get back to where he was when he inscripted it, that he could technically go back into the plane that Vorthecaron lives in and then come out back into the ship?
What in the fuck?
Okay,
You're
you're
have
silly.
to slow down.
You're silly, but here's the thing.
You're gonna have to slow
Your
the fuck down
little
there, bro.
your little comm badge can also have us teleport you to the ship.
Adrian,
So, Vorthecaron doesn't have a plane of existence.
but
He
it's
is a creation. He is a creation dragon. His plane of existence is existence.
So it's everywhere at once, right?
Yes,
So can't he just teleport wherever he wants?
everywhere and nowhere. It is a very interesting idea. However,
Fuck.
roll me an intelligence check.
Your
I
chance,
need my
man.
big brain. I have lucky. I will use all of them for today on this. Oh fuck no. Alright, I'm going to use one lucky at least.
All right, we use the one lucky.
Come on, Fukler, flex your brain. Come on. Alright, a 16. Does a 16 pass? Or do I need a nat 20?
No, the 16 does not pass.
Oh shit.
Use another one.
Alright, I'm gonna use one more lucky. Alright, does an 18 pass?
No.
Fuck. One more lucky.
Are you really gonna use all your
You have
lucky right
silvery
here, right
barbs
now?
too, by the way.
I do have silvery barbs for advantage. What am I doing?
Well, lucky is free. Silvery barbs cost spell slots.
Silvery barbs does.
So I wasn't gonna
cost
say anything.
advantage intelligence. Baba Booey. Does a 21 get into me, Adrian?
A 21, eh?
Yes! It's a natural 19.
So, with your intellect of the arcane and Genesis and creation magic and all of its wonders that could be when merging such a legendary
I'm not gonna
item
get it.
with Vorthecaron, it could work.
Hood.
Panic button activate. Yay!
It could work. Or it could destroy the item.
Oh, I'm pissed.
So in other words, you're back to where you started.
Mm.
A lot of that thinking kind of hurt your brain a little bit.
So a natural 19 says, maybe. So a natural 20 would probably have given me the answer. So, Okay, I'm not going. I'm good with this knowledge. I might do it later if I feel like it. I just wanted to
right.
see if this idea might work. I, but this being the case, um, let's. I'll decide on the way there if I want to make this place the panic button place or if I want to do it to somewhere else.
Okay. Everyone on board. Tiana, I'll show you where to go.
Yeah.
You see the rest of the B team kind of look at each other and they all sigh collectively as they all walk back up the ship.
Oh, and if they're looking at KSI, she also is
No,
like
they're not.
red
They're not
left,
looking
like,
at
ugh.
you. They're not looking at you. They're looking at both Bayhorn and Fukler.
Bayhorn's just shrugging like, hey man, he wants to go there. Just fuck it.
I want to see how the town was destroyed.
So I always say quickly, as you guys all make your way up to the bridge, and you take off once again. It doesn't take you longer than like 10 minutes to fly over there. From the bridge, window, as you guys are flying over, you guys are now in like a lower ground fly mode. Um, you don't see anything, and by anything I mean anything. You see that up ahead, where the hamlet, where this place, this small little town known as Eldoria, is gone completely.
It's not even burnt down. It's just gone.
You don't
Like
see any
lush
remnants.
plains and shit.
You don't see any remnants of buildings. You see dirt patches of where buildings could have been.
Man, they wiped it, dude.
You see the bridge is no longer there. The church is gone. The statuette outside is gone. The pathways have been starting to slowly grow over with grass again. It is completely white.
Wow.
I told you.
Damn, it's not even here. Not even burnt down. It's just gone.
So,
You hear Tiana go, should we land or where are we going,
ooh,
Captain?
hold on a second. And KSI will look at Fukler. Do you want to go touch the grass that's now growing in place?
There's no traces of it left there, right? Like
As far as
nothing.
from the air, you don't see anything.
I've got a hunch. Can you lower it down a little bit?
Finnegan kind
Hunch,
of
he
raised his hand a
says.
little bit. I can just teleport you down.
If you
No
wouldn't
need to.
mind.
Do you wish to go alone or do you want to take backup?
Mm. Bayhorn, would you want to go?
I get you, buddy. I'll back you up here.
Rad. He'll come with me.
Bachna kind of leans over to you, Kaisai, and telepathically in your mind, you hear, do you want me to lead the away team or do you want to go down there personally?
Well, with you still missing a piece, I'll go down.
Kind of looks at Bayhorn and Fukler. They'll protect me. You don't have to go if you don't want.
Hmm, there were boars nearby. You don't have the ability of resurrection, so I don't want you to get reinfected. Oh, a way out.
Fair enough. go ahead and lead the away team. I'll stay up here. We'll beam you back up if you need it.
Okay, Finnegan, teleport us down.
You see, without even looking, you see Finnegan just takes his left hand and starts inputting some commands on his arcane slab, and the three of you start to feel this rush of energy as you are now suddenly teleported down to the ground level. You were teleported basically in front of where the now disappeared church was at. So what do the three of you do?
I'm just kind of following Kukler around because I don't really know what he's looking for.
There's nothing down here.
Make an investigation check.
Do you want me to make a perception check for you, Preston?
If you want to. I rolled an 18 to investigation.
Guidance.
You're not gonna get much help from me.
Did you give me
21.
guidance or yourself
21.
guidance?
I'm giving myself guidance. I got 21.
I got 18. Both of you guys got 21.
I just got perception 21. Just look around.
All right. You needed a 20. Those of you got 21. So Bayhorn and Kaisai.
Oh, fuck.
You look over at where the empty church is now at. You both see that there is two mounds of dirt that seem slightly displaced amongst the rest of the grass and the greenery.
I'll point it out to Kukler.
Displaced grass?
Displaced grass.
I'm already getting the sense that there's some sort of magic here, not letting us be able to see what's actually happening.
You think there's magic around preventing us from seeing?
A little bit. Let's look inside of the church first. Are
And
the
there
buildings
is
still here?
no, the
Oh,
buildings
no,
are gone.
The buildings are gone.
And
Yeah,
you
no,
said
this is just
you
a
see
plain.
the church, don't you?
No,
the-
there is
the-
where it was is
where-
just
Where
dirt.
it was.
Yeah. Where it was, there's like this mound of like earth that is slightly displaced amongst the rest of it.
It's as if
It's
the
like if
town
you're-
was never here.
Yeah. And that mound of dirt, it's like if you're walking on a flat land, but then suddenly you elevated just like a step and you stepped over it and you're like, that was weird. There's a small tiny hill there.
But if you think there's weird magic at play, I can look at that.
I already have it. Fukler's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Detect
Just
magic.
absolutely brute force it.
You do sense some divine evocation.
Divine evocation?
Yes.
Like, what level?
Pretty decently leveled, about 5th level.
5th level divine evocation. So this place is very disguised.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's disguise per se.
Maybe they just redid the earth to cover up whatever burned down they did. What exactly are you looking for again?
You sense the magic is coming from that town.
Ruins? They would have probably magically destroyed the ruins, I'd say.
Divine evocation.
Well, evocation is it's manipulation of energy or tap energy. So, for an example, you can use evocation to create fire. because you manipulate the energy of the arcana to then turn it into a fire.
Not only
If,
that, it's used for summoning as well. Which why,
but that's
if I had to
it's
guess,
creation. Where if you're trying to think if they're hiding something, it would be more along the lines of illusion.
Evocation is what again, Adrian? What is it? What does it mainly do?
is this a
Evocation magic.
grave?
So
Yeah, what is
evocation magic, it manipulates energy or tapping an unseen source of power.
manipulates energy?
Yes, that
Or
is the
summoning?
that
Yeah.
is the basis of evocation.
Yeah, the basis of evocation.
To like re-layer the earth to cover
Mm-hmm.
up like charred earth.
Move,
charred
move, move.
buildings.
Earth is an evocation spell.
That
They
is
probably
also
just used all this evocation to just make it look like it was a normal meadow or plain.
Just think about it. The Orkey wanted to hunt us down without getting any of the local governments involved. Therefore, after they attacked the said city, or well, this little hamlet, they most likely then erased it from literally the earth.
I hate to
So,
bring it up. Is Finnegan near us?
no, he's
Finnegan's
on the
not
ship.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Finnegan.
I wouldn't want to bring this up near Finnegan, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they would have done the same thing.
The
Mhm.
tide hold.
Yep.
Yes,
Burned it down, then covered it up.
exactly. That
I
way they
think
can't get the governments involved. Hence why I'm like,
if it
there's literally most likely nothing here because if they leave too much trace, it
if
could lead
it's
back.
been if this has been if it's still radiating evocation magic, I think this is probably the grave of somebody because it's been months since we've been here.
You want to check it out?
No, I think this is what was his name? The buff monk.
Oh.
If he's still radiating evocation, it could be holy energy from his grave.
I mean, I don't know how to check to see if there's someone's grave.
I don't
I
want to
know there's
bother it if it is. I don't want to bother any of this if it is.
I mean, that's fair.
I think the only thing that can is you could give them last right.
Assuming again that this is a burial site, which it seems it is.
Either
Seems
way,
like it.
if even if their bodies are not here, for some people, their spirits are tied to a place. Their part of their soul is just linked to an area. So even if their bodies are not here, perhaps their spirits would at ease knowing that you did the last right in their home.
Yeah. It's a shame. Um, if it is the case, then Fukler is going to. I know it's kind of goofy, but he's gonna sit here for a while and cast ceremony funeral rite on it.
okay. We're gonna cast funeral rite.
Mm-hmm. If it is a corpse, it can't be undeaded or anything for anything short of a wish. And the body should remain undisturbed for a while. And he should be able to pray and say last rites. So he's gonna say something along the lines of,
Okay.
wasn't his name what was his name? I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been literally a year.
Pulling up my notes because I had it written down.
Yeah, I have mine. I have it written down for me too.
It has been years since you guys visited us.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Oswald.
Oswald.
Brother.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
He
dude.
was the cleric of the local church. He had
Mhm.
emerald eyes.
Hence why he's probably radiating holy.
And he had greater restoration in his repertoire.
Which is why I'm thinking he's radiating evocation as he's dead, because evocation is the using of it's summoning spirits, calling upon deities, using supernatural agents to make the arcana do what you want it to do. So he could be the reason it's radiating evocation. And if not, well, there's secrets here that aren't meant to be bothered. And Fukler's going to say something along the lines of, if it is you laying to rest here, Brother Oswald, may Ytult guide you onto your journey to your next life. Guard the people that you so loved and cared for here, and usher them on to where they need to go in their next lives as well. You nor your people deserve to die for what we were doing here. And it's a shame. So many of you had so much time left. May all of you rest in peace.
As you finish your funeral rite ceremony on this mound of uneven earth, you feel a weird sense of connection happen. Bayhorn and Kaisaya, what is your natural religion proficiency?
And
You have a
5.
plus 10 in religion?
yeah,
Damn.
What's yours, Bayhorn?
I have 5 because of my half proficiency.
Roll it. Kaisai doesn't need to.
What am I trying to hit?
You're trying to hit 10.
Hit 11.
Then you're perfectly fine. As he's finishing these rites, as you are a couple feet away behind him, just watching over him as he's finishing this ritual, Fukler, you feel a warm touch on the back of your head. And Kaisai and Behorn, you both see a ghostly white figure, clad in cleric's clothing, with a small staff beside him, old frayed back hair,
Buffed out of his gourd.
a little bit buffed through the cleric's clothing. You can see the frame. It is the spirit of Brother Oswald. And as you see, Brother Oswald is slowly caressing the back of Fukler's head. Fukler, you hear in your mind, "No need to worry, child. I am well taken care of. The others are taken care of. They are fortunate enough to continue walking these lands. My time is spent. And it's been a damn good time spent as well. Do not cry. Do not fawn or feel sadness for me. For I go to... I hope to go to Elysium to see my son once again. Goodbye, child. You have grown so much since you spent those nights in my halls." And with that, feel a disturbance in the evocation magic around you, and suddenly you start to see, in a rapid, accelerated motion, these petals of flowers start to sprout from the ground in front of you. As you feel that warmthness, and Bayhorn and Kaisai, you see the figure of Brother Oswald fade away out of existence. The ritual is finished, Fukler. You do not hear him anymore. You do not feel his presence. You gave him his funeral rites.
And he will rest in peace. And Fukler is gonna get up and turn to the captain and say, "We should get going."
Agreed. I'll tap my badge and say, Finnegan, teleport us up.
No one would know what actually was here except us three. Right? Maybe Chakna.
And the,
Maybe Chakna.
probably in the people who did this.
Yeah.
As you guys are talking and finishing your sentences, you feel that surge of energy happening around you once again.
Kyrian would, but he's gone on to better things.
I don't think he gives a shit anyway.
He's probably somewhere getting drunk.
Well, Queen
Hoopler,
Aqua's
as you're
already aware of E.
Fukler, as you and your companions are starting to teleport away, you take a look at your companions and you take a look at the deep forest beyond them, and through your vision, you can swear you see a small gnome figure as you teleport up into the sky, into the ship.
Murder Meteor's still hanging out. Still a little goose. Spying on it.
Wonder what he thinks about seeing these adventurers all grown up.
Probably like, holy shit, who's the Dragonborn?
He probably knows it's you.
Fukler, you
Hmm.
do recall that Murder Meteor is no longer amongst the living.
He died? When did he die? Am I just forgetting this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we had Heroes Feast. It was his last meal.
Yeah, and you told Kaz, and then you also told Aqua, and she said she would take care of it.
She fucking murdered Murder Meteor?
No.
No,
No, he just died of old age, I'm pretty sure.
he passed.
He waited
Motherfuck-
until he could make his hero's feast and he just passed away.
Shit.
I think he was saving it. Was he saving it for his old companions? Or just like the
He
right time?
he said he was saving it for the right time, in honor of his old companion that he lost. And he was pretty up there in age.
Was up there in age. But it's good to know that he's guarding the forest in spirit. Maybe he had kids. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
Whatever
Tiana.
the case, we probably do need to go back.
After the portal.
You see Tiana switch her seat over, and she inputs the commands, and you guys all start to feel yourselves fly away over back to the portal crystal. And again, another 10 minutes goes by, and you land, and I will say for quickly and brevity's sake, you all disembark, and you put the ship back in the bottle.
I'm then going to pull out my crystalline slab and
Mhm.
activate the portal, take us to the Radiant Citadel.
As you pull out your slab and you focus the energy within the slab and you make it open up a portal to the Radiant Citadel. You see that the Radiant Citadel's crystal, or like the crystal that you know that you take the portal to, flashes a few times, like 6 times rapidly, before suddenly you see it open into this like deep crackling purple.
Not right.
you sense that it's going to the Radiant Citadel, but you're not too sure why it's so disfigured in such a way.
Heck?
It's a
One minute
portal,
Arcana check.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we'll
Is this
see if
portal?
she figures it out. She probably will because of her stupid high arcanas.
24. If I need it, I'll roll guidance.
That's low for you.
It is low.
You can tell that a mana storm is happening at the location.
Is that
Oof.
a bad thing?
It is an unfortunate thing. It is not bad per se. The Astral Sea has all types of storms variations. A mana storm is one of the more common ones. It's just very odd that a mana storm is happening at the Radiant Citadel due to the fact that the Radiant Citadel is supposed to be protected from weather.
Oh.
AKA
Okay.
the storm. Not a problem. Where it's happening, kind of a problem.
So it's a portal that opened, right? Like
Yeah.
an
It's an
actual
open
circular
portal.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Can I cast Arcane Eye and send it through the portal?
It won't work as you're probably sending the Arcane Eye through a portal that's going to take you to another plane of existence. So you got planar interruption.
Hold on. Let me read the spell. Let me see.
I think she might be right. I don't think
It
I
cannot
can
enter
but
another plane of existence. She is
Hello.
I'd have to.
Hello.
Planar interruption.
Well, let me try, man.
You can waste it trying to do it.
No, I just meant like, wait, let me throw out the idea.
Okay. Interesting idea, but no, it won't work.
It doesn't work, I guess. Yeah. I was gonna say something along the lines of if we have a way to go there, but tether ourselves to a different area that's safer, that we know of.
I would need
That
to
was the
know
whole
of another
idea of
portal.
As you guys are currently discussing this, it's about a minute passes.
We could also
and
gate.
you see the portal starts to weaken.
We can't gate. We need to be at the Radiant Citadel with objects and the correct correlating symbol for that specific area to then implant it onto the gate. The gate
I mean,
there.
I didn't say we had to gate somewhere we knew. I just said we could gate. Because at this point, if I'm thinking that's happening is what I'm thinking is happening, anywhere is safer than there.
What do you think is happening?
We're gonna get ambushed and die horribly.
How would they know
Because
we
the
would be
mana
going
storm
though?
might. You know, a lot of questions can be asked, or we could just assume the worst. I prefer to assume the worst. It makes my choices a lot simpler.
Well, instead of gating, we can pull the ship back out and fly. And the reason why I wanted to use the portal to get to the Radiant Citadel is it would cut time on our travel.
I vote we just play it safe and we travel there manually. That way we can see what's happening before we get ourselves into some trouble. Oh, look at me. I'm being smart. Somebody chip in.
No. It's more of a look at you. You're being cautious.
Isolde kind of walks up to you. At least one of them does, and she puts her palm on your head. You are a little bit warm.
Well, I mean,
He's sick.
out. Okay, mister, I'm immune to diseases. You don't gotta rub it in.
Here's the other thing.
Quick!
Mana storms may last a few days, but the Radiant Citadel's time period is different than Erisire's. We could just wait a couple minutes and I can try and reopen the portal and see if the storm passed.
I mean, we could. Yeah, we could look around a little more. Maybe we can sanctify some more potential grave sites. Give people some rest as we wait.
Well, there's no one here.
I
We're in
guess
the middle of Of a field?
We're still in the hamlet, or
No, we're
close
not.
to
No,
the
you're
hamlet,
not.
right?
No, you flew away.
Oh, that's right. Well, we could always go back, is what I mean then. Holy wait. Maybe, I don't know.
If I'm pulling the
Around.
ship out again, we're just gonna fly away on it.
Yeah, that was my first option.
Hence why I'm thinking, let's just it for 5 minutes. Enjoy the fresh air, the sunshine. I will attempt to open the portal again in 5 minutes.
Hey man,
See
whatever
what
works for you.
happens.
I'm down for either or.
Glenn just sighs a little bit. She says, I'm down for just sitting down anyway. She sits down.
Fair. You're feeling all right?
As good as I can be after waking up.
Being ushered off the ship, onto the ship, and off the ship again. Hence why I'm like, no, we're not gonna fly back to the hamlet.
You get used to it.
He
I
just woke up from a coma.
I don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
know how long I was gone for, to be honest.
When's the last time I talked to you? And Bayhorn will think. Does he remember the last time that he like sent a message to her or something?
The last time you actually talked to her physically was like 6 months ago.
No,
Maybe a
not
little bit more.
physically. I just
Oh.
meant like through like sending slab or just through a message or something.
I don't think you were
Months
able to
ago.
reach her. Months ago. You tried.
Or Bayhorn will just kind of say, well, for me it was months ago. I don't know, a few months. So I don't
Feels
know.
like years ago, to be honest.
You know, yes, but for probably different reasons for us.
She kind of like brings her knees up to her chest as she like gives herself like a very like turtle shell or like a turtle like a hug, and she kind of just looks at all of
That's
you.
fair.
Where how did you get to where I was?
By complete luck.
Yeah, honestly.
We found a floating castle in the sky, and I wanted to go look inside.
Floating castle?
Hmm?
Isn't that what you were in? A floating castle?
The last thing I remember I was in was see she kind of like brings her hand over to her head and her eye again. I was somewhere. It was unsettling. It was like not a space in the physical. It was some sort of amalgamation, folding and bending in ways that should honestly break the laws of physics. I
Wait a second. You're saying you weren't in a magic sky castle floating in the sky? And
I
you
mean,
were like in sewer systems running away from shit and like getting put in a big old crystal?
I remember sewers. I don't remember getting into a crystal.
Well, that part, yeah. No, you probably wouldn't remember that. But the castle and the sewers and stuff, pretty hard to forget.
I remember the sewers. Then I remember where I was. This odd amalgamation type of place. And then I woke up. Somewhere between there and there, from waking up, I completely have forgotten. I remember walls layered with obsidian, veiny, glowing with lines of shifting light, kind of like with a pulse of a heartbeat.
Oh,
They,
huh.
they, they carried energy and also something else, fundamental in weird essence. I remember a central chamber. Beyond that, I do not remember.
That's okay. We'll
There
work on getting your memory.
there are some discrepancies with that make me
Or,
wonder.
hold on. She also was just in a coma, and her mind, in a way, was a little bit fractured, considering what she was locked in.
Oh, trust me, I know fractured. I specialize in that actually.
Yes.
That's why I'm kind of.
Hence,
I don't think she originated from
um,
the castle.
I also don't think so as well, but we will find out. I can walk her through a meditation, remember.
You're gonna go through a meditation with her?
Not right now,
Not right now.
because it's been like 5+ minutes for this conversation, so I'm gonna try the portal again.
Go for it.
Pull up my slab.
If
I
it's
open the
still
portal.
there, we should probably just fly there manually.
As you open up the portal once again, you see that the portal starts to open up, but now it's more clear, like it's representing calmness. But you do see on the outer edges of the circular portal that there is that faint purple, like trying to etch its way into the.
It means the storm is moving away. So it's kind of like, it's like a big, large rainstorm, and now it's moved, and you just have the tail end of the storm where it's lightly raining.
Well, do we want to go in now, or do we want to wait for it to fully pass?
Wait till it fully passes. It should be like another minute or two.
How long's the portal open for?
The portal usually stays open for 3 minutes to let anybody in and out. After about a minute, you do see that purple visage does go away.
There you go. See?
Seems safe to me. And Fukler starts walking. We're not gonna get anywhere not doing anything at all. You know what I mean? Like,
I can see Frucla's like plopped on the ground, just waiting, sees the portal clear, stands up,
Jumps
throwing
in.
grass with his hands, just walks on through then.
if my character instantly dies from this, I'm going to fucking break down. I hope you know that. I'm going to break down in the little
He
pieces.
just walks into a blender. It's just body parts everywhere.
Well, this is why I'm a little bit more hesitant to go in there.
You see Finnegan kind of say something. He's like, "You could always just throw something in, see what happens."
We don't need to.
Yeah.
There goes Fukler.
Hold on. Before I just go walking right on in, Fukler is going to take his astral blade out.
Oh no. Okay.
He's going to stick it through my astral blade. I've had this ever since what is it? Quadridum.
You stick the astral blade through. Got it.
And I'm going to pull it back out.
As you pull it out, you see you have a deep trickle of blood seeping off the front of the sword.
Well then.
You being for real?
I'd be for real.
Oh,
You just
okay.
stabbed someone.
Oh fuck!
This could either be really good or really bad, depending on who you just stabbed.
Bayhorn, can you do me a favor? Bayhorn, I need you to do me a really big favor. Fuck, shit,
shit.
Why didn't you stick it through with your hilt on?
How much blood? How much blood?
Can I like Am I allowed to stick my head through, or is it once
No.
one part goes, all of it goes?
If it's a humanoid or like some living person, it all goes through. If it's an inanimate object, you could slide in and out.
What if I put, say, a
Arcane eye.
spyglass through? Can I look through it and see what's on the other side?
You could attempt to do so.
You
All right,
genius
Preston, get your
little man.
spyglass out.
Okay.
I know you have it.
Yeah, it's somewhere in here, and Fugler's gonna dig through his backpack.
Okay.
Well,
So let's go
let's
see if you have an
see.
enemy or a poor defenseless student.
Where is it? Spyglass. What was it called again? I have it somewhere in here.
Something about the stars.
Yeah, it's celestial spyglass or something along the lines.
Just stick it through. See what happens.
Trying to find it. Where is it?
I don't know.
Silver mirror, rabbit's foot, powdered silver, orc blood wine. I'm looking through my external storage now.
You mean the telescopic lens of the Celestial Navigator?
Yes.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, you have it in your regular equipment. It's on the very
Lamau.
top.
Lamau.
I have it in my regular equipment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
there it is.
X-
It is in my
XD.
bag of stuff.
That's crazy.
There we go. I'm gonna use it as a regular spyglass,
Okay.
and I'm
Just
going
Stick it
to
through and see what happens.
extend it and stick it through ever so gently.
So as you ascend and stick it through, you feel that it's gone through, and you look your eye through the eyeglass. It's a little it's a little blurry, but eventually it does clear up. You see what looks to be a child that was holding like, now you see a broken jar, and you see the child is like yelling at like somebody nearby, and he's pointing down, and you
Stab
see the
of
jar.
jelly.
You see the jar is like covered in like red and glass shards.
You
Oh,
stab the
thank
jar
fucking
of
God.
jelly.
Thank fucking
Oh my! I thought we were gonna have to. I thought we were gonna have to break you out of fucking prison, bro.
I thought I just murdered a kid.
I thought we were gonna break you out of prison for murdering somebody. A
I thought I
child,
just
nonetheless.
murdered a kid. I will give the kid like 20 gold for that jar of jelly. I am so glad. Oh my
Well, walk
God,
on
dude.
through and pay the poor kid.
Oh my God.
You see? Okay, first, do you see anything else? Anything strange?
Right. With my magical spyglass, Adrian, do I notice anything else? Besides the kid crying because of the jam.
You notice that there's a lot more people with like tattered robes and clothing.
Poor people?
A
Like
lot
people
more.
that are like having rough
Refugees?
You see them all walking forward, like away from the portals.
Oh shit, refugees. Something bad happened. Okay.
So-
Kaiasaya, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there are a bunch of refugees going through into the Radiant Citadel. Anything about that about it?
That, as far as I'm aware of, happens quite often.
What do you mean quite often? This is a lot of people though. Like a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. I know the last time it happened that I'm aware of was 30 years ago with the Moonfall event.
Okay, so then what
When-
the fuck has happened now?
I don't know.
Well, I think we can only
but-
figure that out by going through it. And Fugler
Exactly.
is going to take out his sword, lick it, and then start walking on through.
Lick
Oh
it
my
and walk.
god.
It's raspberry.
It's raspberry, delicious.
Raspberry. All right. So quickly, as you walk through, suddenly you are shunted through the portal, and all you hear is this like ambiance of people like chatting and talking over each other, as you are seeing all these different people of different walks of life walking forward deeper into the Radiant Citadel. And as well as you step in a bunch of glass. So you take.
He's wearing metal boots.
This is true.
That is true.
He's wearing full plate armor that I crafted for him.
So then
he's
I'll
fine.
reduce it. I'll reduce it by an amount.
What do you mean?
Alright,
It's like my
yeah.
steel-toed boots that I walked on glass earlier today.
You take no damage.
Exactly.
No damage.
Reduce it
No
by a
damage.
little bit. No damage.
No damage.
How,
Yeah, it was
how
only
much damage would I have taken if I just went in?
1d4, I bet.
It was
Butt-ass
1d4 and I
naked.
rolled a 1. I rolled a 1.
Reduced 0.5 damage taken. My toe
You
hurts.
heal. You heal.
You
My-
heal for the damage.
My tummy hurts.
But as you walk in, the rest of you follow, and you are now back on the Radiant Citadel. As soon as you walk in, Fugler, you still have red jam on your sword, and you see the kid who's like currently yelling. You're like, "Yeah, bring an officer over here."
Little guy.
Was it you?
It was an accident.
You-
The portal we were on our side was currently experiencing difficulties, and I was just trying to make sure I wouldn't get, torn to shreds
Eviscerated.
going through it. I'm willing to give you 20 gold for your saddened jam.
Yeah, I'll take the 20 gold, thanks.
Are you gonna call the cops on me?
Throw in 2 more and we got a deal.
Alright, fine. There you go. And he gives him 22 gold.
He takes the 22 gold and immediately
Yeah,
puts it
fucking
into his
fuck.
both pockets. He drops the top of the jar on the ground. He's like, "And I'll have you know, I'm 10 years old, and I know not to stick anything in a crazy hole like you should know that."
Yeah. Better safe than sorry for me. I don't want more limbs getting ripped off, and he shoves his robotic hand in his face. It's happened before.
Oh my god, you're gonna terrify this kid. You're gonna give this kid fucking nightmares.
Fucking Dragonborn, Mom! And he just walks away.
I don't want to hear it from you, monkey.
Good lord.
Monkey is a little wild.
You just
As you
called
guys-
me a dragonborn to my face, little
You are
racist.
You are a
Dragonborn.
dragonborn.
He said it disrespectfully.
Oh, you fucking
How
As
can
you
you be
guys
Oh my god.
As you guys walk through, the lot of you see a huge amount of people coming through the different portals. Yeah, as well as the people coming through the portals, you do see several of those penguin-like folk are like walking around with bags open.
Bags open? Like what?
Yeah.
They
Like
want
just
gold.
accepting money. They want money.
They
Yeah,
want money.
they
Well,
want money.
I'm a little light on cash. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
He's
a
got
little light
fucking
on
mugged.
cash.
He's got
Well-
fucking mugged. Of
While
course you are.
Bayhorn over here has like 5,000 plus gold pieces.
You have how much
No, I don't.
money?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I'm
No, I
looking
don't.
at your character sheet right
no,
now.
No, you don't. You can't do that.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Dude.
metagaming. I don't care. You have
You can't do it.
2,000 gold in your equipment and 3,000 gold on you.
You can't do that.
I am
No.
doing it right now. I'm looking.
You can't do that.
Mr.
Holy
Money Dash
shit!
over here.
I've been brunt forcing so much cost, and you've just been holding it like a greedy little bastard.
You didn't ask?
Kill yourself.
Oh
You
my-
didn't ask. What the fuck?
Oh my fucking god, dude.
You gotta buy me dinner now. You gotta not real dinner. I would not accept real dinner. Fake dinner.
So as you guys
Hey, man,
continue
if
to
you wanna
walk
go
your
out to
way,
dinner,
it's been quite a long time since you've been to the Radiant Citadel, and it still is ever more populated than you've ever seen it. Where do you guys want to go? What do you guys want to do?
How did you add money to your equipment, Cedric?
you can separate it.
Oh shit, you're right. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
dumb.
pretty helpful.
Are you two immediately gonna go off? Do-
Did you find Bayhorn?
What?
Did you ever notice
Did you find
Bayhorn going
Bayhorn?
through the portal?
Yeah, we all went through the
Did he
portal.
go with? Are you sure?
Yes, we all went. God has said.
God,
The
that's-
Lord Adrian.
I did say that all of you walked through the portal after Fugler.
Alright,
Exactly.
that's boring.
Anyway,
Boring. Again,
kidding.
kill yourself.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
anyway.
I
Oh, I love D&D so much. I get to do
Aight.
stupid shit like this.
heck yeah.
Are you two going to run off to a certain shopkeeper right
Can I see
now?
Bayhorn? You make a perception check real fast.
You haven't rolled a stealth check.
It's gonna always basically be a 32.
Unless he rolls lower.
Unless I have reliable talent.
Natural 20 or
No, it's a
fake
dirty
20?
20.
Dirty 20.
Either way,
There-
if you don't respond to me, I'm going to leave your ass if you continue to hide from me. You will be stranded.
Follow you.
Well, I
How
will
much are
continue to
docking
talk.
costs here? Are docking costs here like ridiculous?
I don't. I can't believe
Depends.
they're that bad.
It all depends.
Depends
The
on what you know.
Fukler. But Fukler and Hidden Bayhorn, are you going to go to the shopkeeper right now?
No.
No?
Probably not unless he does.
Fukler?
I'm kind of just sticking with him.
What does that shop sell again? I forget. Wasn't it
Magic
equipment?
items.
Magic items.
Magic items?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
Alright. I need to sell
Remember
this
he
jewelry,
He
so.
fucking scammed me. He tried scamming me for all that shit that one time.
Yeah. I don't exactly remember all of the Radiant Citadel. Do you, Bayhorn?
No.
Alright. So we're gonna probably look for a jewelry shop or something to sell all this, and Fukler has all that gold stuff in his hand.
I have
I need to
diamonds on
get
me,
rid of
too.
it. Yeah, we need to get rid of some precious items, if you wouldn't mind, Captain.
Go right ahead. I'm just trying to figure out how this party is going to split up because we do have Glenn, she only has so much reserves in her energy bucket.
Does Glenn want to go shopping?
Glenn is just kind of looking all around. You see her eyes they're not wide-eyed, but you can see that she's like, you can see her eyes are tracking everybody's movements, like she's looking for something or for someone, or maybe she's just nervous in the current area that she's at because there's a large crowd around her.
You alright, Glenn? You doing alright?
Uh,
You freaking out or something?
Captain.
Sorry, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. I've been in the Radiant Citadel before, but I just feels odd with a new group, I guess.
Alright, how about this? You hungry? You want food?
I'm pretty sure we have vouchers at the inn that we were at. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to go back there, you can check in with them and they should recognize you.
I can
We can
get
go
some.
get some food.
I can get a hot meal. Yeah.
Righty.
Well,
So-
one of my planned stops is kind of on the other side of the city. It's also much closer to the docks.
Where are you going?
See an old friend.
Again?
How many of those you got? Actually,
Actually-
wait. Oh, the ship's already bottled. Oh, fuck.
The ship
Is it?
is bottled, and you have met my friend here.
Yeah, no, doesn't she work at like a mortuary?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
slept in her office or some shit, didn't we?
Something like that. Almost slept there. Then
Mm-hmm.
I rented us an inn. And we stayed there for a
So,
day.
are we gonna sleep in the office this time?
No.
Oh.
No, we can afford to sleep there. He violently looks at Bayhorn.
Neither.
Up, man. You didn't ask.
We have our home that I
We
can
have-
pull out once I purchase a slot at the docks.
But dogs take so much money.
I also don't plan on us sleeping while stocked here. We're just here to have you guys get your revenge on Thistlewick, sell goods, buy goods, and then purchase a dock for about an hour, get on board, and fly off to where we really are heading to.
Where are we
Where we
really
going?
going? Oh yeah, we're going to Chakna's place, aren't we?
This is much more okay, it's still
You went to
far.
go fight that dragon. Small kids being like, I want to go here, I want to go there.
Mm.
I think that's what KSI is going through right now. It's kid syndrome.
Yeah.
And you know what? Worth it.
Either
Well-
way.
Oh, go ahead, Kaisai.
Okay. Either way, Chot and I are gonna go see Loa. And then purchase a slot at the docks. You two are gonna go shopping. As I will look at basically the B team. What does everyone else like to do? We're only gonna be here for a few hours tops.
Finnegan kind of raises his hand. Well, I would very much like to buy or peruse magical arcane shops. Tiana, would you like to come with? And Tiana just says, I can help you out, or if you'd like me to take care of Glenn while they're off doing their own thing, I'm fine with that too. Isolde kind of walks over to Glenn and she says, I'll take care of Glenn. If you guys like to leave us over at an inn or some sort of tavern somewhere.
There's one not too far. Kaisai will open her bag, dig in for a good hot second, and pull out a slightly crumpled voucher and hand the voucher over to Isolde.
Isolde takes it. I didn't know they had parchment money. Oh, it's a voucher. All right. At the Crimson Canopy?
Not too far from
So
here
he
either.
exploded that crab.
Yes.
Yes. And the kobold. Isolde locks arms with Glenn a little bit. She says, Come on, Glenn. Let me take you down to the Crimson Canopy. Let's get you some food. And they start walking away.
Does Tiana follow at the mention of food?
Tiana kind of just like looks at Finnegan, looks at the girls, looks at Finnegan. I'm gonna go get some food. You can hang out with the boys. And she walks over with the girls.
Rough.
Damn, so Finnegan hasn't gotten that close to her yet.
Finnegan just kind of shrugs and he just says, what can I say? I guess I like to play the long game. Where's this
So
magical
cute.
shop of yours, Bayhorn?
Oh boy, you're gonna help me rob this fool then.
Robbing?
Oh.
I thought you were a stand-up citizen of society.
You know,
I'm-
I put aside my morals for this one man and this one man only.
You
I
have
Even
morals.
that man-made god is I won't fuck with him. But this guy,
I think Isolde's right. I think you are feeling a little sick. You all hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He said he
Look.
had morals.
look,
I
this guy is so bad. Even Fukler has told me he's gonna talk to Yatolt about not letting him pass through to the good afterlife.
Yep, nope,
Isn't-
he's right there on the going to hell list.
I thought that was Mihor, not Yatolt.
Well, he doesn't worship Mihor. He worships Yatolt.
Well, then how would Yatolt take care of that? if
Yatolt's
it's
the
Mi-
god of death.
Yes,
Hey,
but
Yatolt-
Mihor's the
Yatolt
god of
guides-
judgment.
Yatolt
Mihor,
guides souls.
Mihor decides Mihor decides whether you go to your heaven or your hell. Yatolt decides which heaven or hell you go to, and a little mistake every once in a while can be made. You just
Hey
go
man,
right
I'm
to
just
hell.
saying. I've talked to Mihor more than most mortals can say.
You sure?
He was making jokes
I
about
tried
how he's
4
gonna.
times.
He was making jokes about how he's
3.
gonna start a chess game with him.
That wasn't a joke.
You're gonna do
Well-
that? Fugler looks at you very concerned.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Let's make our way. Captain, we'll see you later. And you see Finnegan just walks forward.
Bayhorn's like hunched shoulders and, and he's like rubbing his hands together.
Please don't get caught by any local law enforcement.
Can't get caught. The local law disappear.
I'll let you know when the ship's out. And I will
Oh,
take China's hand and start heading to Loa's.
all right. We'll start off with Loa's place first. Kayasaya, as you're walking through the city streets of the Radiant Citadel with Chakna, it's nice. You've been here before with him. You've been here with your crew. Um, this is where you started as a adventurer, almost, especially when you left your moon, your original home. Um, you have some fond memories here. Some good, some bad. Thankfully, more good than bad. But you take the long, arduous walk over to Loa's place, the Black Raven Mortuary, and you notice that its purple lights are on, signifying that it's open.
I'll open the door and go in.
You go in, and Chakna follows behind. That scent of leather just like infumes the room. The scent of it being strictly clean and proper, as well as extremely dark and gothic looking. You see sitting at the table counter is not who you expected. You notice it's a smaller girl that has the paleness of Loa, but it's not Loa. And you see she's writing down something on like a piece of parchment with her ink in her inkwell.
Hello.
You see the child kind of look at you and she says, "Hello. Hi."
Would Loa happen to be around?
Yeah? She kind of looks at you like a little bit bug-eyed.
Uh, I'm an old friend. You be able to let me know where she's at?
She's in the back.
Perfect.
Do you want me to go get her?
If that works for you, I can also just go in the back. I've been here a couple times.
And she kind of like tilts her head a little bit. But you're not dead. You're still walking around.
Looks
I'm
could
not
be
dead, but you will be
deceiving.
soon.
Stay here. Only dead people go back. And she gets off the chair and she kind of goes to the door. She opens it. She puts her head inside. There's someone for you. A red-haired lady. She said she's been back here before, but she's not dead. I see her walking.
Oh.
Hope you little kid.
I know, it's weird. Only dead people should be back here. Okay, I'll let her know.
Fuck.
She'll be right out.
Okay,
Kid.
probably.
And you see that she takes the piece of parchment and she walks over to like another like seat in the room and she's just staring at you like kind of like daggers and also like a little bit worried. And then she takes a seat and she continues writing. But as you took a peek, she's not writing anything. It's just scribbles and drawings. But eventually, after like 2 to 3 minutes come out, you see Loa kind of steps out. You see she's rubbing her hands. You smell the scent of lavender in the air. She like you kind of see that she's cleaned herself off. And telepathically, she looks at you, and she looks at you a little bit surprised. You're back.
Yeah,
I'm glad to have you back. Is that your husband?
is.
And you see her like close her eyes, and you feel the telekinetic link happen between the three of you. And even Chakna is slightly taken aback because it's odd for you not to do it. It's odd for somebody. It's odd for somebody else to do it for him. And
Hmm.
he just goes, "Hello, it's a pleasure. She has told me quite a bit about you, and she has told me quite a bit about you." It's good to see you. What are you doing here at the Radiant Citadel? We are currently suffering some weird times at the moment.
I noticed that there was a storm through the portal earlier.
Yes, that happens to be Void Storm. It's far more bigger and stronger in magnitude than a mana storm. Um, Typically, the Void Storms, as you would know, happen to. It's a chaotic phenomena that happens deep in the astral sea.
It is.
But it's weird that it's happening around here. It's endangering every one of us. I've been busy, so busy recently. The many more accidents and environmental deaths have been happening on the Radiant Citadel.
God damn it, baby, I was gonna fucking die again.
Happy New Year, Shelby!
Happy New Year.
Dang.
And at that point, we're gonna take a very 5 to 10 minute break so I can call my mom and dad real quick.
Got you.
Go for it.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna pause the YouTube.
Good Lord.